What should I review? Wait a minute. Yoshi's Cookie. I don't know. Yoshi's Cookie? It's a little weird. A little out of place. Although I'm not above being weird and out of place. You know, yeah, move my meetings for the day. I've got a couple ideas.
Thank you. We got one!
Yoshi's Cookie. Definitely one of the odd ducks in the NES and Super NES library. And I know what you may be thinking. It looks just like Candy Crush. And I'd be a potted plant if that isn't true. Seriously. But the entire game revolves around speed, not moves. And it isn't even timed. How does this 25-year-old game do this? Well, depending on the speed level, if you wait too long to make a match, another row will fall on top. Basically, you try to make matches with different cookies with the same design. The overall goal is to move the cookies around until an entire horizontal row is composed of the same cookies. However, there is a rare exception to this game mechanic. The magnificent Yoshi cookie. It can be matched with any row missing a single cookie, making it a match. But you'll be lucky if that appears at the right time. It appears frequently, but more times than not, it just mucks everything up. You could be 2 rows away from victory when the Yoshi cookie helps itself to the party. But if you're down on your luck, and even Ganon doesn't want to be your pal, maybe, just maybe, the Yoshi cookie will make a useful appearance. There's also the option to play with another person. It's similar to Tetris or Dr. Mario. Watch out, it gets pretty competitive. All in all, Yoshi's Cookie is a good buy, a hidden NES gem. I'd check it out if I were you. Everyone knows about Yoshi and the Mario Brothers, but have you ever heard of Rampage? Think of a Godzilla arcade game created by Bally Midway. The game takes place after acclaimed Super Vitamin has turned regular people into King Kong-sized monsters. It stars a gorilla named George, a reptile named Lizzie, and a werewolf named Ralph. As these monsters, you need to raise all the buildings in various high-rise cities to advance through the game, even if you have to crush a taxi or eat a human or two. But if you take too much damage, you'll revert back into a regular human. It's your classic beat-em-up game, but you're beating up buildings. Yeah! Kaboom! Rampage is also on the NES. It's one of my most favoritist games, and one I'd recommend playing with a friend or two. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for the GameDen's favorite pastime, Raid That Game! This time, Wrecking Crew on the NES. Oh yeah! Being an original black box launch title, it was released the same year as the NES, 1985. It was designed by Yoshia Sakamoto, the same man who was involved with making video game staples like Donkey Kong Jr., Kid Icarus, and other Famicom games, as well as leading almost every Metroid game since the 1987 original. So you could say it has a lot to live up to. Wrecking Crew has a standard 1-player and 2-player mode, but they're pretty much the same. In 2-player mode, one player controls Mario and the other controls Luigi. Yep, the same Mario and Luigi from Super Mario Bros. This was back when Mario still had a bunch of odd jobs, before devoting himself to rescuing the princess. He was a carpenter in Donkey Kong, a construction worker here, and even hosted a TV show. But he doesn't like to talk about that. There's also a stage designing mode, similar to Excitebike, where you can edit the courses and create your own. A very cool concept for the time. Your goal is to knock down all the remaining objects on screen while racking up as many points as you can. But beware, certain blocks have different properties. There's bombs and pillars, which if hit will drop levels down, and staircases that are completely collapsible. On top of that, you're dodging monsters like the gotcha wrenches and these purple guys called eggplant men. What does Italian cuisine have to do with construction work? Regardless, if they get you, it's back to the start of the level. You have about 7 lives, so needless to say, use them wisely. This game is a good example of a no storyline, easy goal kind of game. It's simple fun. Did you know they actually re-released Wrecking Crew on the Super Nintendo? Wrecking Crew 98. Wouldn't it have been weird if Mario had become known for his construction skills rather than his plumbing skills? Maybe like Super Mario Bros. Would be his dreamlike state, where he could be the hero, rescue the princess, stand up to his boss. Maybe I'm reading too deep into this, but then how do you explain the dream sequence in Super Mario Bros. 2? It was all a dream! I used to read Word Up magazine. Biggie. But back to Wrecking Crew. This game is a lot like Bubble Bobble, as in, if you play your cards right, it sort of goes on forever. Jesus, could you imagine climbing ladders and dodging enemies for all eternity? Creepy. Now on to the bonus stage with Spike, another record. That's Stripe. With Spike, you have to find the hidden coins before he does. They kind of both look like cavemen, don't they? They're practically carrying clubs anyway. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be mallets or sledgehammers, but they're clubs. If I had to rate this game, I'd give it about 4.5 eggplant monsters for creativity, innovative design, and all-around fun. But let's end this game before I ramble on again. No, not again. This game is from hell. I'd never review it. It doesn't deserve it. Acclaimed bastards. Better than LJN, I suppose. You should know all about them from the Angry Video Game Nerd. Nice guy, but I'm not going to give it the time. Not now. Not ever.